What's going on, ladies and gents? It's a lightless Jake. Happy birthday. Bray Wyatt. The Wyatt 6 return. We're here live. I have a house full of children of senior high school age that are partying because it's prom and we're having a party here. Salute. What's going on, everybody? It's your buddy, it's your pal. It's not Spaz Phoenix. It's Jake, a.k.a. Countdown Ended, coming to you all once again. I hope you're all doing well. It's been a night. We're going to go ahead and get me into my usual setting here. I had, prepared myself somewhat, and then I kind of crapped the bed on being prepared. So it's me right now, and that's what's up. And Cody's going to be here possibly shortly. And Spaz was at show. So let's set up the green screen. You ready? There we go. Look at that. That is preparedness in 4K, baby. That's how we do it on the TNA stream, because this was a B show out and out, and I'm giving you guys a B show. It's a Friday hangout. We're drinking, we're hanging out, we're having fun. It's the return of Bianca Belair next week. The Wyatt 6 came back tonight because it was the return of the Wyatt 6 tonight. Happy birthday, Bray Wyatt. Miss you already, my friend. I'm telling you, it's been far too long. That's why I got the Wyatt tattoo. I had to, the fireflies, but unfortunately, it's been a day, folks. I apologize, but we're here. We're live. Spaz is sending us some, from the arena footage. We'll go ahead and show that eventually shortly, but it's been quite the show with TNA Under Siege. The crowd at Brampton was completely into it. They were incredible tonight. I really enjoyed them, and they even had Brampton town council and the mayor, I believe, on hand as well. I cannot wait to have Spaz clue me in on who exactly the government officials were that were there, but happy to have it, So we're gonna go ahead. It's just one of those moments where we're just gonna go ahead. We're gonna take the happy pills. And we're going to get into this, folks, because TNA overall, it was a B show, as we predicted. The crowd in Brampton were hot. I saw Spaz a few times there. It was cool to see him behind commentary. I noticed him in his Rascals t-shirt and gray hoodie. He was kind of off to the middle there a little bit. I saw him a few times. I kept trying to joke to him, being like, "You're just that far off screen, I can almost see you," but Spaz sent us a video, so we're going to go ahead and get these downloaded shortly, folks, because I want to see what we got here from Spaz. I know he got some great entrance videos. He was right behind commentary, so we'll make sure we check these out. Let's see what we got here. Let's check it out. Tessa Blanchard coming out. Listen to that crowd. Ooh. Spicy. They were not fans of her there live. We heard the "she's a racist" chant. Spaz and I brought this up on the State of Wrestling. It doesn't make the company look good. It doesn't make the fans look good. Give up on the "she's a racist" chant. Look at my blue eyes shining through tonight, even though I don't have blue eyes. That's something with one of the filters, apparently. This is a shit show, but we're here. We're here to have fun. A chorus of boos for Tessa Blanchard. Incredible there. Turn the desk a little bit. Let me know how the volume is, folks. Next Friday, Smackdown looks fantastic. Liz is going to be our in the arena on the ground correspondent. We'll get more from Spaz, as he was there live tonight as well. Cody should be dropping in. Liz, if you want to hop in the Discord as well, you can always cue us in about Smackdown. But yeah, we're just hanging out, having fun tonight. That's the plan. Tessa does indeed have quite the ego, and her match with Ariana went longer and better than I thought it would. I've got to get rid of that filter because that is driving me nuts. Look at, I think it's what it is like it makes your eyes always look at the camera, right? Which is funny. I mean, it's useful, but that certainly is distracting. Let's see here. There we go. I think that'll get rid of it. Better, better, natural. There we go. I had things prepared, and then I had to go ahead and rearrange the living room. Spaz sent me quite a few vids, so I've got to go ahead and go through here. But it's been a night indeed, hasn't it, Liz? Thank you for joining in. I knew the Wyatt 6 returned. Tessa Blanchard beat the hell out of Ariana Grace, and what was not an expected upset, but we knew it was going to happen. And Julia wins her qualifier for the Money in the Bank over Charlotte Flair. I am surprised. Not a great opening with Tiffany Stratton, unfortunately. It was not strong. It was lacking something, but oh, absolutely, I know. Here, let's check out really quick one more video from Spaz. I like it. Look at this crowd going nuts for Trick Williams. I love it. That was a hell of a main event. I will say that. Thank you, Spaz. Look at that. He was damn close. Trick could have spit on him. The main event? Oh, yeah, it ended up being Casey Navarro. It was supposed to be AJ Francis, but unfortunately, yeah. Yeah, they were trying to hype up with the pre-show. Unfortunately, actually, I didn't catch the pre-show with having Rosemary on. So apparently, it was a good thing on the Countdown show. Robert Stone was there, and he's the new sheriff, and said that he's here to provide checks and balances. I have to go ahead and check Twitter as well, because Spaz said he sent something in the DMs, but it's been a moment. Personal message for Jake audience in your DMs. All right, I will look for it, Spaz. Thank you, sir. Here we go. Hold on. Oh, here we go. I have it right here, sir. Yes, I am downloading it right now. I got you. Hold on, Spaz. We've got Spaz live from Brampton in snowy Canada, even though it's May. Let's see what he's got to say here. Oh, hold on.
Hope this works. What's going on, everybody?
Let me go ahead and turn him right side up before I go. Hey, there we go. There we go, bud. Now, that's better. That's better. Yeah, I'm the tipsy one, and he's upside down. All right, let's go ahead.
It's your buddy, it's your pal Spaz, Phoenix, the YWC Reality Check, live here from beautiful Brampton, Ontario at the CAA Center, where we just saw Under Siege. I know you guys are chilling with Jake and whoever Jake's got with him, probably Cody. Hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. Did you watch the show? Trick Williams was ridiculously over. The Hardys are ridiculously over. Tessa Blanchard is performatively booed, like always. I had a lot of fun. I'm going to be back here tomorrow night for the we want to say the house show tapings, the episode tapings that are going to go on tomorrow night. So do me a favor. I'm not going to talk anymore about the show. I'm going to let the guys talk about the show. I had a lot of fun, and I've still got my voice, and I look like the merch stand threw up on me. So I will see you guys soon. Be nice to Jake. Be nice to whoever else is on the show tonight, and I will see you guys, or at least talk to you guys very, very soon. Cheers.
Hell yeah, Spaz. Thank you so much. He had to go to the merch stand. He bought everything he could. You know, he wanted to buy every bit of Tessa Blanchard merch, you know, and just, no, I'm kidding. Cheeto. But, yep, it's one of them days, Liz, you know. It's just been a day. But my daughter went to prom, had a successful prom. Yeah, you bought every bit of merch getting ready for Smackdown. What did you order most recently? Right? What did you order recently? You just got a new haul. Probably. I know you just got a recent haul. So, yeah, Jeff Hardy versus Nick Namath for the next week's Well, they're going to be taping it tomorrow, so Spaz will see that live. Going to be awesome. Jeff Hardy can't go into Canada, so he's not going to see it. Get it? No, that's why it'll be next week. But yeah, they are going to do. I know I'm being a wise ass. They would have to do something, so they're going to have to hold off a week on that one. But unfortunately, Leon Slater filled in for Jeff Hardy, and I say unfortunately because they lost, but he was the best replacement possible. That was so much fun tonight. Like I said, I will get more into the TNA review, but I'm curious, is there anything else on Smackdown? I mean, Drew and Damian brawled quite a bit. They opened the show. It figures. Apparently the chair was bugging out with the screen, so we'll leave it be. Did they? What did they add? That's big news. Yes, because Zelina got beat down after her triple threat qualifier. So we had Julia defeating Charlotte and Zelina Vega, the women's U.S. champ, with a Northern Lights bomb. And then Zelina was attacked afterwards by Chelsea and the Secret Purvis. Dirty. So, getting a little sexy. Yeah, Anthony, parental divorce indeed. It's such a foregone conclusion that I can't even get behind it because the story's stupid. You know, like at least if they made a good reason for them to face off, I'd be like, yes, like the way they handled with him getting put through the table and now R-Truth's like, I still love John. I just want to get him. Yeah, and Julia was the right choice tonight. I'm just personally shocked because Charlotte Flair, you never bet against the Flair. When she didn't win at Mania, I was shocked because I thought she was going to win then as well, just because it's Charlotte. Like, come on.
They're planting the seeds for something to happen there. So
Yeah. Now everybody should be able to hear you. I think it was like coming in halfway because of Discord. This has just been the night of disasters and the one-sided conversations. So now everybody should be clued in. Jesus.
we all know that Jacob's going to turn on Solo. So I mean,
What it is was originally I thought Cody was going to be here, so his volume was set to on, and it was any other channel was muted. So you've been talking. I don't know if they've heard you. I don't believe so.
well, that's
But now
fine. They
you're
don't need to hear
heard
me
loud and
anyway.
clear. Hey, now they need to hear you because you've had some great insight. As you said, they added Zelina Vega and Chelsea Green, so that's a great addition.
Yeah.
Happy to hear that. So unprofessional tonight. Nothing to plan. Or nothing went to plan, as I should say. So I just jumped on live.
I've had those days.
Yeah,
I've had those
you know,
days.
unfortunately, it was prom day. We got home very late, and things, you know,
Yeah.
it happened. What are you gonna do? But
Well, I'll
yeah.
tell you. Let's see. Let's see. LA Knight is going to the Money in the Bank. He won.
Which is
So-
nice. I think that's the right choice as well. I think an LA Knight Money in the Bank run would be exciting.
Yeah, he won. He
Think
pinned.
about him cashing in even on Jay would be exciting, but him
he
cashing
pinned
in on the heel
he pinned
Cena,
Nakamura took the pin. So
and I'm okay with that. I heard that the Aleister Black match was disappointing regardless, but
well, yeah, it was kind of.
unfortunately, it sounded like it was not great, and same thing with Tommaso Ciampa and Chris Sabin.
hit the black mask on Nakamura, and then LA Knight gets back in
Just
the ring and
pinned him.
throws him out and takes the pin and steals the pin. So
And you know what was funny, because Nakamura and Black didn't have a good match previous when they were in NXT either. Like they've never meshed well from my memory. I
I
feel
don't
like
think they have
they've-
either, to be honest. I
Yeah,
don't remember. It's been a while.
They're having a special event in the Karrion Kross shirts. It's great that they're doing that July 2nd, but it's even more incredible that they're adding them to Raw as of this Monday. So any live event that he's at, they'll now be selling Karrion Kross's
Nice.
merch. He's
Yep.
like, you know, people don't feel like they're being heard, but they are. The fans that have been demanding my merch to be there live, It's
Yep.
helping. It's
Yeah.
a good thing.
It's
It's
crazy.
happy
You know,
pills.
it's great. SmackDown wasn't too bad. There was some, it had its ups and downs.
I
So
know
you
they
know,
had Fatu and Mateo taking on Ray Phoenix and Jimmy Uso, and they lost, I
yeah,
heard. So that's a little
yeah. Phoenix. Well, Jimmy Uso took the pin there. So
yeah. Carmelo and The Miz had some type of segment that I heard was very
Carmelo, it's gonna
not great.
be it's gonna be Carmelo, Jacob, and Andrade in a Money in the Bank qualifying match next week
Oh, so that's
on
Jacob all the way,
SmackDown.
right? Unless Carmelo wins. Who the deliver me shots, not Cheetos. Jesus. Thank you. Unless
And
you
then
like, can you guys Uber some
then you got,
Taco Bell?
of course, the women's you got Jade, Naomi, and Nia
Yeah.
for the Money in the Bank match too.
If a
So,
taco shows up, I think I might shit on stream. Just saying.
but
Oh no. No, honestly, that's what concerns me because Jacob, how could he not win being champ? But they had Zelina loss. But they don't
yeah.
care about the US title with the women, sadly.
Well, see, the thing is, if Jacob wins, Solo's already in the thing, so something's going to happen. If Jacob gets in and Solo's in, then you're going to have something happen between those two in that thing. So
Yeah. Solo has to get involved eventually. I love you, Solo. To I love you, Solo. It's got to mean something. It's got to be like,
they try. Solo was trying to get Jimmy Uso to come to join him, and I was like, really? He's not going to do that.
yeah, it's not happening. No, not at all. So, chat, let me know what was your favorite match or moment from TNA Under Siege tonight since we're supposed to be reviewing that. We're talking about SmackDown because TNA Under Siege was a B show. Like, to be at it live, I would have loved it. Milo agrees. But I'm not a total fan of everything they did there tonight. Like, the Blanchard match was a little bit better than expected. I thought she was just going to squash Ariana, and she didn't. But the Diener finish was really bad. Then they added a random Northern Armory match, and even that was just like house show worthy. A lot of this felt like a televised house show, and I know it's supposed to be a B show, but this felt a little beneath that at some points.
So it was
And
kind of like Saturday night's main event.
they TNA'd it though a few times. Like they had Xialing. I always forget her name. God damn it. Li Zing Zai Oi Chai. God damn it. I'm gonna get canceled. Either way, she came out and challenged. Masha basically called her out, and Xialing
What do you
came
mean,
out.
Xia Li?
Yeah, Xialing came out, and she went ahead and then got told, "No, you're shit. You need to go ahead and make your way up the ranks" by Robert Stone. Robert Stone is indeed like a parental divorce. Like you just need to get rid of him entirely. I agree, Anthony, entirely. He was a cancer to this show. It's okay to have a heel persona that's like a throughput throughout. Like, they show up and then eventually they get their comeuppance at the very end. Like Cornette would be a
Yeah,
thorn in your side all night. Ooh, he'd piss you off. But then Yokozuna would lose and Cornette would get the salt in his eyes. Like that kind of shit,
right.
like but instead, that's not what we got at all with Robert Stone. And he just he threw out, Santino, and he went ahead, and he was a nuisance all night. And without seeing any type of payback from it, it was
So in
just
other words, he was annoying.
irritating. It was very annoying. And he is the biggest male Karen in TNA. I agree, Anthony Brooks. And it was very irritating to the point where it was a turnoff in the sense of like, yeah, I want to turn this off.
Oh,
Yeah, not like my wife saying, "Listen, this is turning me off. You need to stop pouring hot fudge."
yeah. I mean, I didn't watch TNA. I didn't watch any of the TNA stuff.
I brought
I've seen
sprinkles.
some highlights. So
I know she brought the hot fudge. Jesus, I just thought it was extra. But caramel is sticky. Point being, hello, Darren. What's going on, Mr. Butler? But yeah, it pissed me off. He threw Santino out, and I knew, yeah, Li Ying Li, and she used to be Xia Li.
Leaguing Lee.
She used to be Xia
Oh,
Li in NXT. I still call her
that's
Xia
a
Li.
mouthful.
Yeah, Li Ying Li instead of Xia Li. I'm forever going to call her Xia Li. But yes, thank you, Mr. Butler, for correcting me because that is bad. I should remember, and usually I do, to my credit. But I'm just going to blame the apple juice
Yeah.
strictly. Keeping up with everybody's messages, Sir Spaz has kept us in the know tonight. He sent us several great entrances and moments. We showed Trick Williams before. He went ahead and had a great appearance by Tessa Blanchard as well. That was cool to see live. I mean, he's got some great stuff here for us. Let's see what else we can pull up our friends here. Let's see. Well, Spaz goes ahead and keeps popping up this footage. Uh-oh. Oh, this was from the pre-show that I was not able to fully see. But Rosemary coming out. Look at how great this place was lit. It was a total sellout tonight as well. Incredible. He had such a good seat tonight. I am so jealous.
Yeah, he got some good seats. I'll give him credit.
I would not want to live in Canada. It's not worth living in Canada for with his funny money. Forget that. But this is worth it.
I'm not going to have that. I'm not going to be that close with SmackDown next Friday.
No. You've been that close though. You've had some great seats before, but
yeah, that's for AEW though.
Yeah, I mean, you know what was funny? The worst seats I ever had were the comped ones from Tony, and the best ones I had were the ones I paid for.
I got some pretty good seats for SmackDown next Friday, though. I should have a pretty good view.
Yeah, you're gonna have a great view.
Of everything. So.
When Tony sent us the Grand Slam, like, granted, it was very last minute. Like, I was in New York only because I was going to a special neurosurgeon. Like, I was at a doctor's appointment, and I made a joke tweet, like, DM to him. I was like, "Oh, I'm in New York too," and he's like, "Oh, sweet, you should come." And I'm like, "Ha ha ha." He's like, "No, seriously." So that's how we went to Grand Slam that first time, and it was really cool. But we were like the third bowl of Arthur Ashe Stadium. Like, we were all the way up the first time, and then the second time we had really nice seats. I will give him that. I thank you, Tony. But no, the first time we were like, because he's like, "Can you meet my media guy at like 12:30?" I'm like, "I'm getting an MRI scan then." He's like, "Well, what time can you be here?" I'm like, 4. He's like, we could do something. But at that point, like, I couldn't get into the pressers or anything, but at least we got into the nosebleeds. But yeah, Ray Phoenix and Jungle Boy tore that one up. I'll still tell you that much. But nosebleeds,
I remember that match.
They're not great. The last time when we went to Smackdown last year from Road Dogg, myself, Isaiah, my daughter's boyfriend, and my daughter Danny were front row, and then my mom, my wife, and my buddy Patrick, who helped me on the Elimination Chamber review, were all in the very last row of Mohegan Sun Arena against the wall. So we were front row, they were last row, and we would just wave to each other. And I was like, "Sorry, wife," you know, like.
I tell you one thing, we got lucky on the bad blood seats, so you know.
Those tickets though cost me like $600 for them to be against the wall. For 3 of them. Yeah, for 3 of them. And I was like, but they wanted to go too. And I'm like, all right, we got the 3 comp tickets. I don't know where we're going to sit. And I got them those like last minute. And that was insanely expensive. Plus fees. So it was like $850, I think, by the time we were done.
Yeah. That's where they get you, is the fees.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Patrick bought himself the belt that night. My wife was like, the merch line was so long, and she's like, "I don't give a shit about wrestling." Like, she's like, "Go watch it, and I'll wait in line for you." She stood in line for like 2.5 hours in the merch line.
Oh my God.
She waited forever, and so by the time she got up there, all they had left was like the main golden universal belt, and it was like $500. She's like, "You want this?" Like, "Sure," and I was like, that's what they had left for merch.
That's the thing. That's the first thing I do when I get in. When I get in there, is go to the merch table, because if I don't, everything's gonna be gone by the time.
Because we had to wait for Road Dogg to text me, we had to wait until like if it was starting at 7:30, we had to wait till like 7:20. Whatever the time was, it was like 10 minutes before, and he texted me the tickets personally to our phone. And I was like, "Oh, I think we're front row." And my wife's like, "We're sitting in the back. You're front." I'm like, "You want to trade?" She's like, "No, you sit with the kids." She's like, "I don't give a shit." But that's how we got the cool shot of like Randy and Rhea in front of us and all that.
I get to see John Cena live. Woohoo!
I'm not one to bitch. I am so thankful. It was a great show, but the only highlight we had was Jade Cargill's debut. There was no Cody, no Rock, but like no
I'll tell
Seth,
you one
no
thing. I'll tell
Drew,
you,
no.
I get to see Bianca. I wasn't expecting Bianca Belair to come back next
That's
week.
going to be
That was
great
kind of
too.
a
You get John Cena, Bianca Belair. I mean, here we are into somewhere reviewing TNA, and we're still talking about SmackDown and SmackDown from a long time ago. But Under Siege was good tonight. I know you didn't see much of it. You just saw, as you said,
just saw some highlights. I mean,
yeah.
I'll catch more of the highlights. But
Mike
you know,
Santana started off. He was supposed to take on AJ Francis. AJ Francis said he had turf toe, so he was injured. He couldn't compete, and it was a pretty quick match. Casey Navarro ends up getting hit by Spin the Block. You know, I'm a spin your
so that's
block
something you get in baseball.
tonight. Yeah, and no, homie, you gonna get big shot tonight. So Francis then goes after Mike, but guess what? The injury don't mean shit. Now he can attack him after the match. So Navarro looks at him like,
Yeah,
"You were fine. What happened here? Why are you fine?" And it was funny, but
I
it
saw the ending. I saw most of that match, and I
yeah,
was like going, and I was kind of like going, wait, I thought he was supposed to fight the guy, the
it
dollar
was a
guy
bait
or
and
whatever his
switch.
name is.
Yeah, AJ Francis, flop dollar, not top dollar.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden the match is over, and he comes out, and it's like, oh, I'm healed now. I was like, huh?
Yeah,
What?
it was a short nothing match. I mean, literally, it was like, oh.
And
He
then the
was like
YouTube
he
feed
was
cut off, and
barely
I was like, "Well, that's
blindsided
that."
from the
And then
announcement.
the
Yeah.
YouTube channel, the TNA
And
YouTube channel, I was watching it on their channel, and it was like, as soon as that match was over, it's like, "Well, that's all you get to see."
that's your free preview. Now go pay for us, you cheap
Yeah,
bastards.
exactly. Here, go pay for it.
It was
I'm
though.
like, "No."
So
See, if the thing is, I got to
that's
pay
Among
for
Us. Show
I've
'em.
got to pay for double or nothing on Sunday night.
You gotta raise the contrast. Yeah, you gotta
So
lower your brightness.
I got to watch Osprey versus
Uh,
Hangman. I mean, come on.
it was an Among Us penis, but any of it, yeah, no, Osprey. That's the match with Hangman on Sunday. That's what
That's
I'm
the,
excited
to be.
for. I want to
I'm
know
gonna be honest.
what match
That is the
is the
only.
chat excited for? Like, what most excited are you guys for? What, when, where, why? What this weekend? Is it R-Truth and Cena? Is it, like we said, Osprey Hangman? Is it Trick Williams and
Yeet.
Joe Hendry? We don't know. I mean, there's options here. I'm excited. I mean, Joe Hendry, he did great tonight. That was a lot of fun.
His name and he appears. I believe in.
So I'm still excited with my Cody Chance. I miss him. He better come back at your SmackDown, Liz. I think it has to happen. I mean, how could he not come back? It's Tennessee, going nearby Nashville, going nearby Nebraska. Come on, anywhere down south is Cody Rhodes territory. We got to see that happen. That's for sure. Exactly. I can't wait for. He's got to return. It's got to happen. We need Cody.
If he happens to show, if he comes out not next Friday on SmackDown, I was like, oh, I'm gonna lose my shit.
I hope you do, though. I want to see him. I need this.
Cena's gonna be there. You gotta have Cody there. Come on.
I will say though, the pop for CM Punk this past week was so good.
Oh my God.
That got me. I mean, we have a
I was not
bit of
expecting
it
that.
here, and just here, I'll give us a little bit of it. But oh my God, was it good? I mean, this crowd, Nashville.
That was Greenville.
Oh, Greenville, excuse me, yes. Jesus, too many bills.
Yeah. I was not expecting to be that loud.
I mean, that when he came out right here, that was like when Stone Cold came out for, to help mankind. That was that kind of level. It truly
The thing is,
was. Like if you
then when he
compare
got
the
out
audio
there,
decibels,
they cut his music, and the crowd was still singing his
the
song, and
crowd
they just kept
continued
singing.
on. They fired through it. That was probably one of the best parts of all of it, was the crowd going ahead and carrying on. They knew what they wanted, and they wanted to go ahead and see CM Punk decimate the Dangerous Alliance. I don't know what we're calling them, but
I don't think they have a name yet.
Maybe he'll save R-Truth. We'll see what happens. I mean, Cody Ray, it
Oh
might
God.
happen, but I mean, R-Truth is probably going to get decimated very quickly, and that's what's sad. I mean, we have 5 matches now.
Rhodes.
We do indeed, and we have 5 matches for then, right? As you said, because they added the United States Women's Championship.
Right.
But I imagine Zelina Vega will retain, but I kind of hope Chelsea wins. I would love to see Chelsea get that title back.
I don't know I don't know, but it's crazy. This weekend's just going. Too much things are going on. I can't keep
there
up
is
with all of
a
it.
lot to keep up with. So as we went ahead and continued on here with TNA Under Siege, we got into Eddie Edwards and Cody Deaner, and I thought this was a foregone conclusion actually, but Cody Deaner loses. Eddie Edwards and the system basically screw him, and then afterwards, Brian Myers and JDC and Moose come out, and they basically call Cody Deaner a loser, and they're like, you're a fucking idiot, and go get fired. See you later, sucker. Your contract's over. And that's when the Young Armory comes out, and I guess because they're in Canada, it's like, oh, now you're baby faces. All right, sure, TNA. So they challenge the system to a match, and we get a 6-man tag at the Northern Armory. So Eric Young, Judas Icarus, Travis Williams, pretty straightforward. I mean, it all leads to a distraction that Eric Young hits a huge pile driver on Moose, gets the victory. It was just to make the crowd pop.
I can't believe the system is still a thing.
I mean, Spaz hates the system. I greatly dislike them. I've never enjoyed anything they've brought forward. I like Moose, but as a group, the system is just
I'm just
go
kind of
away
like
heat to me.
they've been together for so long. I'm like, come on, y'all. Jeez.
Yeah, that's the problem, you know. And I'm happy the Wyatt 6 are back. Couldn't come back soon enough. Bray Wyatt's birthday. Happy birthday, Bray. I feel you, buddy.
Yeah, that thing. I was watching the end of that match, and I was thinking, well, at the end of the tag match, the main event, which was the tag team title match, and here came DIY. Here came Motor City Machine Guns, and I was like, oh, they're going to ruin this really good match.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Montez takes them all out. Montez is on the top rope getting ready to do his finishing move. The lights go out, and I'm like,
fuck yeah. I didn't get it spoiled either. I just got to see the clip. So I was like, I'm like, yeah. I got excited.
The lights go out, and the crowd goes, as soon as the lights come on, the crowd just goes nuts.
Fucking goddamn cheese balls. I'm gonna have to clean all these up.
And all you hear is,
the crowd
holy
should
shit.
go nuts.
Well, you don't really hear holy shit.
The crowd was very, very entertained there. Can't blame them at all. I was, listen to them. That was great from tonight. They were stoked for the Wyatt 6.
Unfortunately, the USA Network had to bleep out the holy shit. So
yeah, thankfully they didn't. Holy. All
I heard is holy blank. I'm like, okay.
The clip I saw was not censored. Jake versus Cheeseballs. I think you got like 4 left. Fucking.
I think he's losing.
Yeah, I am. I'm down. Like they're throwing shit at me behind the green screen. That's why I have incoming Cheeseballs. I'm trying to catch what they're throwing, and it's not happening.
Hit him with an RKO.
Yeah, I can hit him with an RKO, but if I do that, I think it's child assault. How old are you?
Yeah, you don't want to do that. I saw the pictures on your Facebook of all the prom photos. So.
Yeah, exactly. So we don't need any creepy stalkers. But next up, after the Northern Armory won, happy birthday, Bray Wyatt. That's right, Byron.
Yeah, absolutely. that kind of got me a little emotional there. I was kind of like, I wasn't expecting the cake in the ring.
Fuck me, I was not either. God damn it. I was excited to have that.
They came out and they pretty much took out the whole tag team division. And I was like, yep, here we go.
I finally caught one.
Montez's face when the lights came on, he's sitting on the top rope getting ready to jump, and they turned the lights back on. His face was like, oh shit.
Yeah, exactly. You knew what was happening. I'm getting cheese balls fucking raining down behind me. It's like, Jesus, these things are they're just fucking coming at me.
The Praxium, Nathan Fraser he was just like, he was in the corner like going, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, I would be too. No doubt about it.
Yeah, but it was nuts. I was like, That was crazy. I wasn't expecting that kind of ending. I was like, well, that was a great ending. Bravo.
That was a perfect way to end the tag title match because you need Fraxium not to lose a tag title match right now.
Exactly.
So I was like, what are they going to do? Are they going to have DIY run in? And then they did. So I'm like, there we go. There's the
Yeah, that's
schmaz.
what I thought too. And
I
that's what
thought
I
it was
was
just going to
thinking.
end
And
in
the next
that.
thing you know,
I'm so
the
glad I
lights
didn't
go
get
out,
spoiled.
and I'm like going, is this the Wyatt 6? Are they finally coming back? Well, hello.
Yeah, all of a sudden the lights went out and you heard.
Yep. Man, that was such a great
What does the
ending.
fox
I was
say?
like, it's about freaking time.
Absolutely. You know what was better than expected, honestly, and it wasn't great, but it was good. Was Ash and Heather by Elegance taking on Spitfire. Now, Spitfire lost. They have to disband. You know, Danny Luna, Jody Threat. Sorry, ladies, you are no more. But I think they're going to be better as single stars anyway. Especially Jody Threat. She's got something going on. Danny Luna is not bad by any means, but I think Jody Threat. She's really going to go ahead.
So does
She's
TNA
got
have any
something to
more
give me.
women's tag teams, or is that the only two they have?
It feels like it right now, but I believe they've set up a few others, and they had quite a few debuts tonight. It was funny hearing Brampton chant "Who are you?" repeatedly. They did it during the Omega or Order 4 match. Is it Omega or Order? I think it's Order 4. Excuse me, with Mustafa Ali. But they basically had Raj Singh come out and be like, "You forgot about me, you son of a bitch. What the hell happened?" Yeah, pick up the cheese
Yeah,
balls. That's
my
right.
my stream today was all about. We talked a lot about wrestling.
Do
I
me a
was
favor.
just like,
I'm
so
gonna
much
drink.
wrestling going on this weekend. I was like, oh god.
Thank you, sir. That's a good
We
son-in-law.
also talked about WrestleMania and that
I know, right?
mess they have going on.
So now, same thing I said to Seth earlier. Now you cannot believe WWE at all. Going forward, you're like, you guys are just you're schmozzing me. You're pulling the wool over my eyes because
Yeah,
people set up vacation and tourist packages with Vegas for like the whole week because they had packages set up where yes, you couldn't buy the tickets to Mania, but they came with tickets to Mania. They were like pre-reserved with the hotels in
yep,
New
yep.
Orleans.
Mhm.
So what it was is you would get like 5 days in New Orleans, you got the 2 days of Mania and 3 tourist days, and they set up things for you to do the other 3 days with one with
Yep,
WWE and 2 of like local tourism.
right.
So you're out there and you're like,
Yeah. Well, see,
oh,
the whole
thank you,
thing
sir.
was all yesterday. I just
Yeah.
kept seeing. I was like, well, why the heck are they not doing New Orleans? That makes no freaking sense to me whatsoever. And then the next thing you know, all I see is Vegas. I was like, oh my god.
Is that gasoline? Jesus Christ.
I'll tell you one thing. If
Sorry,
I have to hear
you
that
made me a
stupid
drink,
Travis
and I think
Scott
it's gonna put hair
song,
on my chest, and I'm already fucked. So, oh god,
don't die.
Jesus, I'm sorry. That was so unprofessional. This whole night,
Yeah, the whole
not going as
WrestleMania
planned.
thing is a
Yeah.
big mess because
No, honestly, all joking aside, it is a
me and a
huge
couple of
mess.
my brother. Let's see, me, my brother, and a couple of another friend of mine. We're actually trying. We hadn't started, but we were thinking about planning to go to New Orleans for WrestleMania. But no, not now.
I'm good, Cody. Yeah, TKO misses their home. Who you just nailed it. So 5 out of the 6 top board or owning partners of TKO all live in Vegas.
Well, that's great for them. I'm glad they can afford to live there.
They also have running deals with hotels, restaurants, and tourist things involved with WrestleMania. So when WrestleMania goes there, they get a huge bump in tourism and money
Well,
goes up. So
yeah.
it's definitely an inside job in the sense of TKO is forcing somebody's hand, and I'm like,
I will tell you one thing.
I
To
am
me,
not gay.
to me, for them to do back-to-back years in the same city, it's kind of like a slap in the face to all the other big cities that actually want to host the WrestleMania because it's like,
they should
you
want
know,
to host WrestleMania, and that's the thing. And
and
you
New
know,
Orleans,
we had some great wrestling tonight still, but it's New Orleans was offered, then promised this WrestleMania. It was supposed to happen a week
exactly.
before. Now it's delayed by a week as well. Granted, it's not Easter weekend, but it's still now it's the 19th and 20th, so it's 8 days later. Well, 7 and 8.
Yeah, and the whole thing is, it's like the same thing happened with what was it, Minnesota? Minnesota was supposed to have WrestleMania 41. They didn't get it. Instead, they're getting SummerSlam next year. So it's just like,
But it wasn't officially advertised. You didn't have anybody go out there and
no,
say,
that's true. It
Minnesota, you
wasn't.
have
You're right. You're
WrestleMania.
right. It wasn't advertised, but
it was heavily discussed and planned. I agree. Like the insiders, the fans knew. Anybody that knew, John was turning heel knew that this was happening.
and the whole thing of New Orleans is, it's like New Orleans has already had 2 WrestleManias. They've been there twice. It's like they know what. Why are you?
And that's
You're pulling out of New Orleans because Vegas offers you more money. That's just like, and then all you get in return is money in the bank. It's like, come on.
Why would you bring it back anywhere that isn't Vegas right now? Because what did they say specifically in this memo? They want to have multiple residencies where? Vegas.
Vegas.
What does that tell you?
See, that's the thing. It's like
guilty. That's right.
See, AEW. I'm gonna bring AEW did Double or Nothing in Vegas for the last 5 years.
But that was planned, and that's okay because it's a pay-per-view. They're gonna have this. They're gonna do that. Like, sure, let's have this. But
WrestleMania is like your big Super Bowl
supposed
event.
to tour.
So I don't like it because personally, I was actually kind of looking forward to possibly going to another Mania next year to see. But nope, guess I'm not doing that.
That's what upsets me because it's like, God damn it. We had a chance to have it elsewhere. Now, if it's going to just keep recurring in Vegas, it's like if you don't travel to Vegas, you're screwed. If it's not anywhere near you, essentially, if it's not touring,
it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt their. I mean, they're gonna irritate the fans to the point where nobody's gonna want to go to Mania anymore.
Yeah, presses are flying now. Fuck.
Well, you can't even afford a ticket to go to Vegas to Mania. It's gonna cost you $40,000.
Exactly, at least 40 grand. I found a pretzel.
It's insane how much it's just like tickets this year were expensive. I hate to think how much they're gonna be for next year.
Exactly, that's the problem. So, and it only gets worse from there.
Exactly, because you got they already announced Money in the Bank next year is in New Orleans in August at the end of August.
I don't understand how they could take Mania out after they already announced where it's going to be next year. Like that's what baffles my mind. For money or not.
That's where I don't get it either. I'm sitting there going, I saw the report on Twitter and I was like going, is that legit real?
Yeah. I mean, that was as real as Victoria Crawford, aka Alicia Fox, taking on Masha Slamovich tonight. It was an awful match. They had a schmaz spot with the belt basically hitting into Masha. You're like, oh, is she going to get it? No. And then she ends up giving a shot to Li Ying Li. And then, Robert Stone's like, no, you can't have it. Only I can make the matches. And then I guess she's going to get a title shot on Impact on Thursday anyways. So, okay. A lot of TNAing tonight. Yeah. But Cody, what's going on, my friend?
Doing good. How about yourself?
Oh, I didn't know Cody was even here.
He just jumped in. Now look at that. I used my psychic powers to get him in here. I went ahead and drunkenly got delivered.
Well, I was always here because I'm the both of you, so I was
exactly. I mean, you are us. Yeah, I mean, we knew that. You've been me for a while, and I've been you, and then
it's hard being me.
Again. Yeah, and, no, don't
too
confusing. Don't want to.
Like every match you saw on TNA tonight, I was wrestling in.
They had a decent streak going for the most part because Mike Santana having the schmaz with KC instead of Francis, whatever, pre-show bullshit. But Eddie Edwards beating Cody Deaner, I was like, all right, you guys are kind of off to a weird start. Maybe he's going to get a second chance, but that's not what happened. And they really pushed on the pre-show and the show itself, he needs this contract. He needs to win. And they didn't have him win. So it's very bizarre. I don't know what they're going for with him or what they're doing. Eddie Edwards has to win, and then they had the fucking system come out and lose. And I mean, basically, it was Eric Young hitting a pile driver on Moose through the distraction option for the victory, as I said. But I mean, so now what? Eric Young gets a shot at the title, even though we have other people that have beaten Moose as well. So that's confusing. The Elegance ladies retained over Spitfire. Spitfire is now disbanded. Order 4 went ahead and took on the team of Indy Hartwell and the Rascals, and their mystery partner was a bit of a letdown. It was Raj Singh. In storyline, it makes sense. They added him in because he was the one helping, obviously, Mustafa Ali previously with his campaign and everything. But hey, you forgot about me. You didn't include me. What happened to me? Instead of like, I should be here, he was like, you forgot about me. So he just sounded whiny and like a personal victim. It came off bad as a babyface. This
So
match
it's just
was
a
disappointing.
me.
Yeah. Then we had Tessa taking on Ariana Grace, and you knew that was just going to be quick. Ariana actually did better than I thought she would. It wasn't total squash, but still what we expected overall.
That's crazy.
Masha and Alicia Fox was even more disappointing than I thought it would be, and that's really bad because you know how much I fucking hate Alicia Fox. We had the Namaths taking on Matt Hardy and replacement Black Matt Hardy, Leon Slater, and I love Leon Slater, but it's like, of course they're not going to win.
I saw a highlight clip. And
They did
somebody was
great
beating up
moments.
a mascot. Who beat up the mascot on TNA last tonight?
Yeah, they went ahead and had that whole moment, and then they had during that as well, the city of Brampton's like mayor or town councilmen come out and also try and defend and get involved. It was a real mess. I mean, that whole thing.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that was all involved in the Order 4 stuff, and it was total chaos.
Okay.
So
I
yeah,
just saw a highlight clip, and all I saw was somebody hitting somebody with a hockey stick, I guess, with
yeah,
the
they had the kendo
mascot.
stick and the hockey stick. So it was both like screw you, Canada, and we're hardcore.
I was watching the highlight. I was like going, what the heck are they doing?
After the Namaths loss, we had Trick and Frankie Kazarian taking on Elijah and Joe Hendry. And I mean, we knew, I thought that the heels would win. I was wrong, surprisingly. I mean, we had Elijah and Joe Hendry.
Won, huh?
They did win. And maybe Trick will take the TNA title. You never know. But this really does kind of, that ending sets up Sunday nicely, at least. But for the rest of
The
it.
heels ended up winning?
No,
Speaking of
the
Smack,
faces
I
did,
totally forgot.
surprisingly.
SmackDown, they announced a match for the Worlds Collide. I can't remember who in the devil. It was oh God, Phantasma, Lagardo, El Phantasma against like 3 people. I have no idea who they are. So
yeah, that's never great, unfortunately, either.
I don't know the AAA guys. They're a bunch of luchador guys. So
And this was on Smackdown.
yeah, I was on SmackDown tonight.
I didn't even see it announced, so that must have been something like super quick.
They had it was after the they had a sit down with Garza and Berto and Santos. They had a sit down.
So
talk.
I got you. And then it's like, oh, they're saying we're gonna appear on Worlds Collide, and then that's when they had Berto and Escobar basically doing that. Yeah, I got you. All right, so that's not good. They're really trying to push Worlds Collide, and it doesn't seem like it's a thing, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, I was kind of like going, all I saw was a screen with their pictures and a hole and 3 people that look like luchador guys, and I was like going, okay, I don't know who you all are, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was at least crazy. I mean, Joe Hendry, he dove himself out of the ring. To see him and his big blonde ass give himself a suicide dive out of the ring, of course, always
That's
impressive.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he basically did like an up and over leap with his legs. So he did like a falling, like sit out slam, like the big leg drop on both men, and it was just perfect. Hendry, Brampton always is going to believe in Joe Hendry. We knew it.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in Joe Hendry. So good. Yeah.
You believe?
I do believe. Brampton believed right here. Let's get it. Say his name. Listen to them.
I tell you one thing, Ray Phoenix and Jacob Fatu, when they were going at it, when they were having their little thing tonight on SmackDown. They were having a pretty good little thing. They were doing pretty well against. They do pretty good match between those two.
That I do believe. I mean, I heard before Fatu and Mateo taking on with Solo in their corner, taking on Ray and Jimmy Uso was good, but it was just.
How was SmackDown tonight?
I heard it was underwhelming, but okay. Like not a bad watch, but not anything must see.
All I will say is the ending to SmackDown
That would probably be must see, but
was a must see.
do you want me to spoil it for you, Cody? Because I think Liz would love to.
Go ahead.
Spoil it if you want me to. If you really want to know.
Yeah, he wants to know. I think we should tell him. Go right ahead, Liz. Please.
Spoil the Wyatt 6 came back.
That's a W. Happy birthday, Bray.
And exactly. And they destroyed both Fraxium and the Street Profits during their tag team championship match. So obviously it seems like they're going to go for the titles. No, they
destroyed the whole tag team division. They took out everybody.
Because they took out DIY and Candice LeRae essentially with Nikki Cross. Yeah, that was great. And I mean, holy shit, did Dexter Lumis look like a beast here? That was really a holy shit.
Dexter Lumis was a.
You heard them. That was crazy. I got that holy shit chant from tonight. Yeah, he looked great.
Yeah, the whole thing was that whole tag match.
The clip here on Twitter. So they went after every tag team. So it looks like they're going to be going after the tag team championships.
Yeah, because Nikki went ahead and got the cake at the end for Bray, and then you heard them scream, "My life for you." And I'm like, oh God, that breaks my heart so badly. Like I'd give anything to have you back. And I get that, like,
yeah,
especially with him. And it's not anything really that could have been helped. Oh, he wasn't wearing the AED, blah, blah, blah. But still with a heart issue like that and not knowing and all the side effects, like it wasn't an overdose. It wasn't, it wasn't anything. It wasn't suicide. It wasn't anything avoidable.
So sad.
Right.
It truly was just like Brody as well. It wasn't, them fucking up their life and drinking too much, or it was just an illness that got worse and worse and then took their lives at such a young age. And that's what's really same thing with Eddie and, like Chris Benoit. People can be like, all right, you had a great career, but you're an asshole. You're a terrible person. Like, I know you won't make it to the Hall of Fame. Like, yes, you had a great career, but you ruined it at the end. Obviously, I get that. But
yeah.
But for these guys,
but yeah, the Wyatt 6 coming back tonight was.
That's such a heartfelt thing, knowing that, like, all right, it's
perfect
Bray's
time because
birthday.
They said when the moment is right, they'll bring him back on TV. And what better way?
I know than Bray's I'm not
birthday.
being hyperbolic. Like, it really means, like, that's why I got the Wyatt tattoo. Like, Bray really resonated with me, and I've always been a huge theater and horror fan. My mom ran a drama summer camp. So I was acting in backyard plays, built on professional stages when I was young and tap dancing and goddamn doing, Broadway and shit growing up because my mom had the drama camp. And I did all of that for ages and being able to see the way that he planned to express himself, again, the original Bray, like, I don't think anybody else could have gotten the Fiend over not knowing what Bray was before. Like, if we didn't know, like, Bray was such an amazing character that was ruined by bad booking, it's like, all right, let's see. Everybody gave him the benefit of the doubt. They saw the Mr. Rogers evil character that first week, and they're like, let's see what this is going to be. This is going to be great. Then we got flashes and glimpses of the Fiend, and it wasn't until SummerSlam in Canada, again, Spaz was there when he took on Finn Balor. We got the Fiend breaking Finn's neck in that amazing debut. The heel hurt intro, like all of it was perfect. And then not long after, it was like he was let go, comes back, and he's gone. It's like,
right.
And he was let go during the COVID times. And what they did to his character during COVID, it was like they were trying to be as weird and obscure as possible because they needed to be cinematic during COVID times because there was no audience. So it made sense to burn the Fiend and all this shit in Vince's mind because we can do this. There's no crowd. Let's do this kind of shit. But sadly, he sacrificed one of his greatest characters. I mean, we saw the Fiend go down before WrestleMania, before the Firefly Funhouse. He sacrificed him to Goldberg for no reason. And that was the
Mhm.
true
Then
end of the
they
Fiend.
ended
That was
up
the
giving
end of the
his
Wyatt.
character to Alexa Bliss, basically.
Yeah, they transferred and transposed it on, and from there it was just gone. It never had the same soul. It never had the same.
Which brings me to another topic. Do you want Alexa Bliss in the Wyatts? A lot of people are saying they don't. They want her
I
as the
don't.
goddess
I don't
again.
think she needs to be. I think she can be her own thing. She doesn't need to be any type. Just because she was before, she does not need to be again. What once was does not need to be. Sadly,
a lot of people want her to return as the goddess because people say that's her best.
She doesn't even need to be that. She could be something new. She could be the goddess. She could be. But I want to see her do her own thing again. I don't want to see her tied into, because all the stuff with Lily was terrible. I mean, it was really bad.
She still has that doll, I think, right?
Well, yeah, she's going to have the doll because they want to sell the merch, and that's going to be involved with this as well. I mean, people don't. They have a lot of rose-tinted glasses for Alexa, but Alexa's Fiend character was very awful. I mean, the playground play set at first could have been cool, but then they ruined it. Remember what they did with Shayna Baszler, having her be afraid of a stupid doll?
Wasn't the
and
playground character the Firefly Funhouse theme?
It was, but then she took it on to like her own, where she, swung on the swing set. Jesus, say that 3 times sober. And this fucking shit, I don't know. It was all garbage. It really was bad. I mean, she fucking ruined a lot of people's momentum at that time because she had a supernatural doll that would fucking trip people and do stupid shit.
She beat Randy Orton in the match.
There was a lot to it, and it was just a lot of it was not good. And I get needing the cinematic. She could throw fireballs, but then it evolved into like the real world stuff past 37, and it got really bad. She was bleeding
Randy
black
Orton
goo, and yeah.
I forgot. Did Randy Orton try to fight her back, or?
I don't think so. I remember her like setting the ring on fire to distract him, and like setting off pyro, and
because realistically, Randy Orton's a menace. Wouldn't he RKO the shit out of her just because he's Randy Orton?
Yeah, exactly. And that was the problem. Like he RKO'd, Nia, but he's not going to do it to Alexa, who's trying to burn you. So my life for you, I'll give it to you. You guys in the Wyatt 6, you're dedicated. You could do it great, but this is not requiring Alexa Bliss at all. Great topic to bring up there. I appreciate you guys mentioning that one. Tessa had a good match tonight. I hate that this is racist. You are racist. All that stupid shit they chant at her. And I love that she hits them back with the Tessa Hogan, fucking, come on, let me hear you. She does the Hogan thing. Like, come on, let me hear the racist chants more, louder. Oh, you're going to call me racist? Well, then I'm going to do the Hogan chant. Like, she knows what she's doing. She's playing it up. It's great, but it makes the fans look bad. It makes the company look bad. It doesn't make her look bad because the company hired her. So if she really was a racist, it makes the company look bad. She's not. She said some stupid shit, but she's not a racist. People wouldn't work with her if she was a legitimate racist.
People make mistakes anymore. You can't make mistakes, apparently, and
that's
people want you to apologize. But how are you going to apologize? But
like when you look at the guy that stabbed the was it Carmelo and Anthony Carmelo, whatever the hell it is, and the guy that stabbed the high school student and all that shit. People were donating to that GoFundMe, and then they donated to the racist lady's GoFundMe as well. And no, she should not be saying the N-word. It's terrible. But the point was, like, people were sick of the reversed role of it. Take care. Thank you, guys. Have a good night. But I just go ahead and, try to see things as like logically as possible without emotion tied to it. And it hurts my heart. I just want to see people, be good people and get along. And sadly, there's still that like intention to divide people. When we were growing up, I was taught specifically, I remember DARE as well. That stupid shit, drug abuse resistance education. We had, like recognize, resist, report, the 3 R's. Funny enough, my DARE officer, his name was Officer Schauke. He actually got arrested for importing weed from Mexico. So the DARE officer got arrested for smuggling weed. Funny.
Oh God.
That was a big talk of the town. You can look that shit up. Funny. Right? Right? I remember one time I saw him when I was in 5th grade. I saw him in our local video store, Tommy K's, and he was double parked. He used to have the Corvette, the Dare car. And I was like, he saw me inside. He's like, "What are the 3 R's?" I'm like, "You're double parked." And he just ran out of the video store. Fucking, but that guy, like anytime they got any type of big procurement from like a drug dealer, like the Viper, like that was a big deal. Like they would parade it around town like it was the biggest to do. And I genuinely like just look back and laugh knowing that he was smuggling in, a serious amount of drugs while teaching kids not to smoke in the meantime. Just like the biggest
That's
hypocrite
crazy.
in the world, right? Yeah. Getting paid by the cartel to bring
Mhm.
in drugs to Connecticut, Oh God.
Jesus.
So it's those type of funny, hypocritical moments that really make you laugh. But all in all, I'm telling you, there's something in the air here because TNA had their own hypocritical sense tonight, especially with, as we mentioned before, besides just the racist chants. We mentioned it earlier, the whole besides the personal concierge, it was, the Robbie E. It's unfortunately, Mr. Robert Stone and the parental divorce is a big negative to tonight. Hopefully they can do something about that. It was just a big, like takeaway from the overall enjoyment factor, and sadly it was supposed to be just like a fun house show, loosey-goosey type feel, but there was a lot of heel heat tonight. There was a lot of, like I said, that Robert Stone interference. So not a great night. Smackdown sounds like it was good, but surprisingly, as I said, the
Oh,
heels did
TNA
not
wasn't good.
win. My dear guy was an alcoholic. See, Coot, he's right there with it too. But yeah,
Wait,
seeing
you
Elijah
said
and Joe Hendry win was surprising. So good to see them
you
go
said
ahead and make
TNA
it out.
wasn't good, or was
It
it
was
good
it
tonight?
was good tonight, but it wasn't great. They made a few questionable mistakes. So one of them being Order 4,
Right.
the way they did the surprise person. Grab me 2 soft tacos. Let's do that. That sounds good. Well, yeah, I'm definitely gonna die. Soft tacos. Fucking A, right. Taco Bell orders? Hell yeah. So they made a big
Taco Bell.
mistake because they advertised AJ Francis taking on Mike Santana, but hey, let's do the
Oh,
swerve. I'm
AJ Francis.
injured.
Hi, buddy.
Right, your friend. And instead it was Casey Navarro.
You know what's
Um,
funny? He played on my favorite football team, the Redskins, too. So I know
yeah,
he
you
played
should
on the
like
Redskins.
him. Then they
Yeah,
did
but
the
he wanted
weird
to
Cody
kill me.
Deaner match. That was not great. I mean, it turned into the Northern Armory coming out and hey, they're in Canada, so they're faces tonight, but usually they're heels. So it was just, I mean, the crowd was into "Oh Canada" for them, like they were like defending the nation here. It was a strong Canadian vibe in this show, rightfully so, and it's not a negative either. I mean that as great as possible. Like it really felt like, oh shit, they're pushing Canada here, and I'm all for it. Problem
Oh,
was,
Canada.
it came at the wrong time. Like, oh, let's push it. The Northern Armory should have just had the match originally announced
They
because
were
coming off of the Cody Deaner loss, they're like, oh, you're a loser. You're an idiot. And then you have heels come out just because they're the local guys. It doesn't portray to the
really
rest of the
putting
audience
over the
great.
51st state, huh?
It seemed to be,
Yeah.
and no one gives a shit about the system regardless. So them losing was not a big deal. But the Elegance ladies retaining over Spitfire and having them lose and disband in such a way, it didn't really live up to Danny Luna and Jody Threat needing to disband over this match. I don't feel like it ever got to the point where like the spectacle was worth them disbanding over. They never got to like, oh my god, I'm so close to winning. It didn't feel like they ever really had a chance to get the tag titles. Sadly, I wish they had a little more hope spots here, but I mean, the splash through the table, and then of course the rarefied air on Jody. That was it. They did it through the diamonds on the mat. That was cool, but whatever. Order 4. was going to take on a mystery opponent, and it ended up being Raj Singh, as I said before. And this could have been anybody else, but Raj Singh makes sense storyline-wise, but not get the crowd over popularity-wise, and that's a huge problem. That really hurt the audience because they chanted, "Who are you?" They chanted, "What?" He's like, "Let me cook, Brampton," and they're like, "Who are you?" Who? So, yeah, not a great look.
Hmm.
But I mean, all in all, I mean, it wasn't as bad as me trying to, fight the cheese ball attack. But all in all, they had it fun bringing the Hardy Boys out. We had the music before. Sorry, I had to bring that back up for a second. But yeah, no, we had the Hardy Boy music, and it wasn't.
Isn't
Jeff,
that the intro to our OnlyFans theme?
Listen,
were.
listen. Bring it up.
Y'all keep that to yourself.
I keep telling him to, but he just gets too
sorry.
goddamn excited. You're gonna get us arrested.
Oh shit, we're still on air.
We're still alive. Yeah. You're
Oh,
too
yeah,
drunk to
Still alive,
realize.
man. Keep that.
Well, I'm screwed. Okay. That's
Yeah.
not the right choice of words.
When I said
either,
ring my bell, not what I meant. Let's go, my friend.
Oh, okay.
So we went ahead, you and I. We predicted wrong. The heels did not win for Elijah and Joe Hendry. The faces won there, but we were right about Nick and Ryan Namath defeating Matt and Leon Slater, because how could these two be taken serious? And then after this, they had Santino backstage, and he's like, "I want a match against Robert Stone," but Ariana's like, "I want a tag match where we do it against Tessa too." So now they're going to try and make that official. I guess that's the plan. So we will get Santino and Ariana versus Robert Stone and Tessa. Could be fun, but we already have the flag match coming up with Santino and Nick Namath, so I don't think we need anything else really with Santino for a while. They got Border Brawl Sunday. That's enough for me. Unfortunately. I don't know how you guys feel, but I'm sold only so much on Border Brawl on Sunday, because we have NXT Battleground. We got Double or Nothing. I'm excited with those two. Double or Nothing.
I don't know how I want to do it, but I'm going to watch both of them at the same time.
I'm going to have Double or Nothing on one screen. I'm going to have Battleground on my phone, and I'm going to do the picture-in-picture. We'll see what happens, vice versa.
We got Saturday night's main event tomorrow.
Yes, we do, and I'm concerned because Saturday night's main event, it's going to be decent, but for what we have announced, and they did add one more match. They added Zelina Vega versus Chelsea Green. I'm happy about that. Let's go ahead and add that match to
Cody Rhodes.
Absolutely, but I don't know what they're going to go ahead and do really past that. We talked about it. We've got Punk and Sammy taking on, Braun Breaker and Seth. So that
we got evil John Cena versus good John Cena.
Yes, R-Truth. We've got R-Truth and Cena
R-Truth
taking each other
represents
on.
the fans. So this is like the fans versus John Cena.
Right?
Exactly. And unfortunately that's what we're getting, it seems like. But
non-title match, by the way.
And then, of course, I am looking forward to this match with Drew.
Oh, God.
I think Drew and Priest are going to tear it down and destroy each other in this steel cage
did that
match.
tonight.
They battled all through SmackDown, which was interesting. So, and of course, the creme de la creme, Liz, could not be more excited for Jay taking on Logan Paul. That's going to be an interesting matchup. He's going to get yeeted. He's going to get destroyed. Logan's going to get beat, but then obviously Jay's got Gunther to take on next, so that is interesting.
You got Did you switch your predictions? I thought you had
I want Logan Paul to win. I think
Logan
winning would be
Gunther
shocking.
Logan.
I think because
we've
seen
Jay. Boring.
We've seen Jay.
I think we need something like that. I don't want Jay's title reign to come up so short, but like
I don't
Saturday night main event,
It
They don't
needs
want
it
you
needs
to
a
think
title
it's a
change.
glorified house show.
Exactly.
And it's
I
gonna just
don't I don't want to see Logan versus Gunter. Oh my God.
if
But
everything remains the
we've
same, then
seen
it's
Jay
just gonna be
versus
called a
Gunther
glorified house
time and
show.
time again, right? I mean, we really have, Cody. We've seen Jay and Gunther.
Gunter needs to see. The whole thing is it's going to be Gunter versus Jay. Y'all might as well just get.
I don't want
okay?
to see that again.
Yeah, that's the problem I have. I don't know if I want Jay and Gunther again, because Gunther announcing he has this match really turned everything on its head, because right before that, we have Money in the Bank. So maybe somebody else gets another title defense before then, and then on top of it, we also have Worlds Collide.
Gunter versus Jay Goldberg.
Speaking about Money in the Bank, why is it so late next year? They
Yeah.
have it at like the end of August next
Why
year.
are
I
they
saw that
portraying
announcement.
Gunther like a face? That's what I want to know. Like,
Because he showed respect to Pat McAfee, and then Gunther cannot be a face by any means.
I mean, he was
That's
beating
bad.
up verbally Logan Paul, and then he defended himself against Seth Rollins, so he really seems like a face here. It is.
I don't know what they're doing with
surprising.
Gunter.
I don't know. I still I'm for a bit of anarchy. I love Jay, but I think Logan might win here.
Oh hell, fuck no.
I don't want Logan to, but I think he might, because him and Gunther is a way different match than him and Jay again. Because Gunther and Jay we've seen.
I'm not.
Maybe I'm wrong, Liz. Maybe I am. I believe.
They're not going to take that title off Jay that quick. No.
I don't think they will, but it would be shocking, because Cena's not losing his title. And unless they have Chelsea Green beat Zelina Vega, there's no other title change on here. We've got Sammy and Punk. Probably, I think they're going to lose to Seth and Braun, because they'll add somebody else to Seth and Braun. I think that's when they're going to debut their third member.
Why the fuck are you swinging? Sorry, I'm yelling at the Mets game.
I'm not swinging my predictions. I'm sticking with it. I stayed with the heels, Cody. I swear. Don't yell at me.
I ain't picking any heel. Fuck that.
If I'm angry.
I know you are. You should be, though. You need
I
these Mets to win.
I tell you what could happen. I'm gonna tell you
Okay.
one thing.
So it was 3-1. The count was
I'm gonna tell you
3-1.
one
Base
thing
exploded.
Something might happen
Now it's
during
5
that
and
wonderful tag team match.
I have it
You
on in the
got
background,
Seth-
Cody. It's 5 and 5. So
You got Seth and Braun versus Punk and Sammy. What if? I'm just
I
saying.
know.
What if Sammy turns on Punk and joins Seth?
I talked about that
Could
the other
be.
day, but I don't think
Could
that.
be. I
I
mean,
don't
that
think
would
it's
be
good
crazy.
for Sammy to turn the heel, because I think he's gonna get his big moments next year, like in Saudi and stuff.
He could turn heel, but
for
I
the
don't
Royal
think he would
Rumble.
do it yet.
I think he's winning. I
If
think
he
he's winning
turns
the Royal
heel,
Rumble.
I think it's just a shades of him turning heel. Like, maybe he'll start to turn heel here, but I don't think he will turn at this show, because why would he? If he was going to turn, then he wouldn't have faced Seth and Braun. He wouldn't have passed up the Smackdown title match. Like, he would have, if he was heel, he would have just gone away on the Smackdown and been like, all right, I won't fight you. I'll go ahead and agree with, like, so him turning heel now goes against all the convictions he's had for weeks and weeks. Yes, he was beat down repeatedly by Braun Breaker, but he still chose to take them on the paper or the PLE.
Yeah.
So it really goes against his morals, and Triple H doesn't book away from logic. Like, he even had Julia and Roxanne cut a very quick promo, Julia being like, I'm done with you. And that's why she went to SmackDown. But it made sense of her being like, I don't want any rematches. You suck. You're a terrible partner. Fuck you. I'm out.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I can already tell you right now. Julia and Roxanne are not winning Money in the Bank because they're going to go after each other.
Probably, but Julia winning would be incredible. I mean, they expected
Well,
her
yeah,
to
that'd
be
be
running
great,
NXT,
but-
and it ended up being Stephanie Vacour.
Well,
But-
the thing is, next week you got Jade, Nia, and Naomi to see who goes to the Money in the Bank.
And that, I mean, that really does make you think.
Who's going to win that one?
I mean, Naomi's got this
Naomi.
heel run going, so I want to say it's Naomi. Yeah, I agree, which shocks me. I did not see that coming.
Or unless they really are that over on Nia
So you're
Jax.
going to have Naomi win, with Nia taking the pin.
Sorry,
Unless
I'm
they're
dying
really
because
over on-
High Pitch Eric said that guy yelling, "We love Tessa," stole the show. Yes, he did. I agree. The noise cancellation took the claps out.
I
but
mean,
I'm
they could
all
be
for it.
really over on Nia Jax, where they have her win that match, they have her win Money in the Bank, and have her do what Tiffany did to her, cash in, and
Yeah, could be fun.
get your comeback.
Makes sense.
I don't know. I don't know who I want to win the women's. I don't know yet. Depends on who.
That's what I said. I want to finish the field before I make my prediction, but I wouldn't
Exactly.
hate Julia winning right now. Certainly, I've been a fan of her in Stardom for years. I love what she did, over in Japan, and I even remember when she had to shave her head losing that match. Like, that was crazy in that tag match. Like, she's done very big stories, and I never knew what the hell was going on, but I just watched the matches, and I'm like, oh god, this happened. But she was always impressive.
So next Friday's SmackDown is Cena, Bianca, the 2 Money in the Bank matches,
And you'll be there.
and that's it. That's all they announced so far.
You're gonna be there, so you've got that.
And yes, I will be there.
And it's the follow-up to Saturday night's main event, and it's building towards Money in the Bank. So obviously, you're going to get something good.
It's the week before Money in the Bank.
You're going to get to see Cena's next challenger at Money in the Bank. Who do you think is going to face Cena next after R-Truth?
I have no clue.
Are you ready for this?
People say CM Punk versus John Cena should happen at
Money in the
SummerSlam,
Bank.
but the only
Makes sense.
because people want.
Well, there's also this crazy Twitter rumor going around about a 6-man tag match with Cena and Logan and stupid Travis Scott against the Usos and Cody.
We're not talking about
Which
that.
would be fun. And if Cody came back, I'd be all for it.
I don't know if I like that Travis Scott in there.
Travis Scott is going to be involved one way or another. Cactus Jack is wrestling. I'm telling you, we're all feeding for it apparently because, as many times he's played that live, he's been requested.
Yeah, apparently Travis Scott is going to be at Money in the Bank somewhere, somehow. So
I totally agree.
And I have to listen to that stupid ass song again.
You need the Fiend song? It's a Fiend.
No, I hate that song. Oh
if
my
I play
god!
It, I'll get copyrighted.
Oh, I hate that song.
If you play it, I'm going to do some things to you that I wouldn't want to do, but that song is fucking. Oh my god, I'm gonna.
I can't take it anymore. I can only do the.
I am not gay.
I heard, I heard enough of it. I heard enough of it at Mania during Vegas. If they go back to Vegas next year, I swear to God, I better not hear that goddamn song.
Oh, that song. I thought you were talking about the gay chant. All right. No, I got you there. Absolutely.
Oh, the chant me and you were doing? That one?
Well, that one too. Yeah. Hands up, banana down.
Yeah.
If you saw, I tried to make Courtney say hi to the neighbors before, but that didn't work. So. What are you going to do?
I'll tell you what, Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing is going to be fun. So the card for that is nuts. I will admit. Like, the stories have not been great, but the card, it's going to be a fun night. And that's the thing with AEW. They deliver in that regard. They do consistently deliver fun matches. It's the stories. It's the week to week. I have no drive to want to watch Dynamite at all. Like, and that shouldn't be, but we have so many things here, like the CEO taking on Miss Jamie Hayter. Don't you just love that? Come on, Liz. You want to see her take I will say I am intrigued by this one.
Jamie Hayter.
Right? Aren't we intrigued by Mina Shirakawa taking on Toni Storm? Like, why Mina of all people? Like, there's so many other women.
I can tell you. I tell you what, I want to see Hayter beat Eno. I want to see Toni Storm is probably going to win. I didn't know that was a stretcher match. Okay,
it is a stretcher match. So I think Ricochet is going to win just because Mark Briscoe always has to get pinned. It seems like the main event, as we know, is this match: Hangman taking on Ospreay, and I keep going back and forth. I think it's going to be Ospreay. That was my original pick. I'm going to stick with Ospreay, but
I'm
that is
going.
dangerous.
I
Yeah, I don't think
Ospreay in that one.
I don't think TK wants Ospreay to lose really. So
I think it
I
might be
say,
Ospreay because Hangman, he makes sense for what the story's telling, but I just have a feeling Will's taking it. And then we have
say one thing.
FTR taking on, it's like, oh God, what do we even call them anymore? It's Nigel and Daniel Garcia. So the commentary shake 'em dance party, like, come on, what do we got going on here? This
I don't
needs to.
know.
Oh, look, we had Pat have a match, so now we have to have Nigel do it too. That's what it feels
Well,
like.
I
Just like
I'll tell you
Ricochet had
one
to
thing.
face Zach Gowen because frickin' Montez Ford used a prosthetic limb in a TLC match. That's what it came down to,
Yeah.
sadly. And it shouldn't have been, but that's what it was. So FTR, obviously, they're going to destroy them. I mean, Nigel and Daniel Garcia, sorry, you're the champ, but you're not doing much there. And then, of course, this match, I obviously the Hurt Syndicate are going to retain, but I'm excited for this one, honestly, because I love Sammy Guevara.
I want to see. That match is actually. I'm looking forward to seeing that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Sammy Guevara is great, and Dustin Rhodes never disappoints. I mean, he's like a national treasure for AEW. And then, of course, the main event is the Anarchy in the arena match, which is going to be just pure chaos.
You forgot the Speedball Okada match.
Oh, yes,
what
yes.
do the kids say nowadays? It's going to be absolute cinema.
They did add Speedball and Okada. I've got to get the graphic for that one.
No. They added another match. They added another match last night on Collision.
Oh, no. I got to go ahead and add two matches.
Paragon against the Callis family.
All Elite Wrestling. Do it. There we go. I need more graphics. Double or nothing. Go, boys. Go. Yeah, that's right. Give me the card.
Adam Cole and his group against...
I don't want to go to Ticketmaster. I want the card.
It's Don Callis family versus the Adam Cole's, whatever they're called, Paragon.
Exactly. So they've added that match as well, which will be...
that's all I know. That's all that's it, I think.
I think that's it so far, but that's okay.
That's all they need.
Why are they advertising All Out? What happened here?
All Out's in like Toronto.
All Out's in Toronto and All In's in Texas, so they've got some problems.
And apparently, the Saturday night's main event in July is going to be in Atlanta, supposedly.
Interesting as well. So let's see. Do we have the updated card here? We got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I see Okada here, and then no, just the Okada match. So I need another graphic. God damn you, Speedball! You really had to do this to me, right? Embarrassing me. Oh my God. Speedball.
Wouldn't it be hilarious? Wouldn't it be funny if Okada lost?
I got to go ahead. I got to screenshot it. Look at this. On air, I've got to do that. I've got to do the little graphic thing now. Then I've got to do this. I've got to go to that. Open screenshot folder. Then I've got to close this, drag this over here, throw this up here. I mean, this is just a waste of a match. We know Okada's going to win because he's going to go ahead and defend till he gets to Kenny Omega. But still, I've got to add that one in there. Of course, if it's happening, it's got to happen.
Oh, I actually, it's on the AEW Twitter. It has the whole card.
Perfect.
It's all.
I should have checked there first.
It's at the top of the AEW. It's the pinned tweet. So
I should have checked there first. Thank you. See, that's why I don't pay you the big bucks. But it should be.
What I get? Wait, I'm supposed to get paid?
Yeah, I think we're all supposed to get paid. Where the hell is YouTube on this one? Come on, Google. We've earned it.
I stream on Twitch. I don't do YouTube.
I know you're the smart one. Google hates me apparently, but let's see what happens now.
Jake,
can I paste that? No,
pays
I
me in
can't.
bananas.
Well,
he pays me in his banana currency.
I mean, yeah, we know that too. Look, can we save this?
I have a question. Why is Gabe Kidd not involved in this Anarchy Arena match?
So I said this as well. What was the point of introducing Gabe if you weren't going to go ahead and have him involved in this match?
Understand that whatsoever, but that's AEW for you. It's
I should have
actually
just done
more.
this. I should have listened to Liz a long time ago because females usually know what they're talking about and they're usually right. So look, we could have just gotten this great big card right here, gotten rid of
There,
me,
there
had
you
the
go.
card up. You know, you don't need to see me anymore. You could have just had the card. It would have been perfect. See? I didn't mean to delete myself. There we go. But see, the card's right there. That has everything on it. I should have just listened to you earlier. Paragon, Don Callis family, Mercedes. We got Tony. We got the Syndicate versus the Sons of Texas. We got Osprey and Hangman, Ricochet, Mark, Okada, Speedball, Death Riders, and the rest of the Elite / Kenny faction. Kenny swerved the Ox and
I was
Willow.
watching Dynamite. I was watching. No, it was a Collision or Dynamite. I don't know which one. One of them. No, I was watching both of them. But I was like, why is Gabe Kidd not in the goddamn match?
I was baffled as to why he was not in the match or involved at all.
I would have
So he
actually
was
been more
involved in the
baffled if
finish of the Samoa
AEW
Joe match. Like,
was more
why?
logical.
They're supposed to be. They're supposed to be. Usually they are.
AEW, they're not.
I'm gonna put myself over here. Look at that. We'll make this AEW.
Wait,
Usually they usually up until year 4, I felt like they used a lot of logic, and then like at the very start of year 4, it started to fall. Once they lost Punk year like what 3, 4, like that really hurt them. But
then their brain
Brawl
just
Out that started. It went from there, and it just continued.
I don't know. I don't get it. I was like going. So you had the guy come out there, interfere with the Samoa Joe match.
Why?
And then
Pico's right. They had Jeff Cobb with Jericho. They have Speedball Mike Bailey versus what? Nyla Rose? No, I agree. That should have been a better match than versus, what they got going on here. But if they want to have him lose to Okada, sure. He's going to do some flurry kicks and some karate. You can do some karate.
I don't know. I tell you, the match of the night is probably going to be Osprey and Hangman. So
it has to be, and that's why it's the main event. That's why they got that straight up top there. Look at that.
That promo, the promo those two did on Wednesday night was good.
Also, AEW needs to start understanding that no one's paying for those expensive pay-per-views.
Yeah, that's right. I got to show off that I was 600 pounds and now being 200.
What matches mean anything? Like they throw a bunch of matches together without any story. I mean,
yeah,
sure, it'll be a good match. I think
they can throw
AEW
2 wrestlers out there. Thank you so much. 2 wrestlers out there like Osprey and Hangman, and there isn't a ton of story as to why they're facing off because of the tournament. Like yes, they made some of it personal against each other, but really it's just because it's a tournament final.
It's hard to get
going to
into.
be a banger fucking match, but you just nailed it, Cody. It's going to be so hard to want to get into.
From a wrestling aspect, yes, it'll be a great show if you're just basing off wrestling because AEW, that's what they're known for. They're great when it comes to matches, but other than that,
after that, it's like, what are we here for? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Why are we doing this? What do we have to gain? I hope I know it's going to be a good show. Double or Nothing is always good. Like they deliver on the pay-per-views because the matches. It's not a wrestling problem. It's a story problem.
That's what he is.
I literally texted Tony. I showed you that, or not texted. Direct message Tony saying Darby Allin better climb his ass down fucking Everest quickly because he needs to go ahead and take the title from Moxley so we can get this story.
What'd he say?
Just gave me a heart. That's it. All I got was a heart emoji. So I'm assuming that means I agree with you, but I can't say anything, or I hate you. Stop talking to me. Could be one or the other. I sent him a picture of his house.
How long did it take Darby Allin to climb Everest? Let's say he started in April, at the beginning of April.
It took him 90 seconds to coffin dive off of it.
He didn't dive off of it, I can tell you that.
He coffin dived. He just fucking...
Jeez.
Fucking Darby.
That's insane that he actually did that because
I know him going to Everest has been like truly inspiring. Like that's nuts. All jokes aside.
The guy he started the climb on April the 8th. He got to the top on the 18th of May.
Yeah, I mean crazy that he managed to do it in that time. Totally insane.
That's a lot of weeks. That's a lot of weeks to, and it's probably going to take him about the same amount of time to get back down.
They say going back down is actually harder than going back up. So
yeah, it is. It is harder going down. So.
And sadly, you know, because they say your oxygen is depleted, you're more tired, less slept and reserved. But yeah, like I said, here you can see him doing the coffin dive off of the top of the summit of Everest. So Godspeed to Darby.
The photo of him at the top with that view, at the top of that thing, I was just like,
incredible. Like
that was insane.
I know that's something I could never achieve, but I would kill to be able to go ahead and reach that type of summit. Like, oh my God, that's absolutely incredible.
That view was insane. I was looking at that picture. I was just like going, you got more guts than I do, because I never get up there.
Absolutely. All in all, I mean, the Trick Williams and Frankie Kazarian taking on Elijah and Joe Hendry match was pretty bland, as you expected. I thought the heels would win. Surprisingly, that was not the case. You know, we just got the standing ovation. That was it. Pinfall, Hendry wins. So we'll see what happens Sunday between Trick and Joe Hendry, but takes down Kazarian there. Besides that, not a lot of notable moments from tonight. They had a few random signings. They brought on some new female talents. They introduced them quickly. They had their match on some type of other TNA show beforehand. Besides that, Alicia Fox is terrible still. Victoria Crawford, a.k.a. formerly known as Alicia Fox, she was horrible. That match was very bad. I feel bad for Masha Slamovich because she's an incredible talent. She deserved better. That might go down easier. I would try climbing Nia Jax instead of climbing Everest, but I still wouldn't be able to reach that summit. I couldn't do it.
Jesus
I couldn't do it. I
was
know.
drinking. Oh my God! You almost made me choke on my drink.
Has been in TNA since 1978. No, I totally agree. It's like,
for fuck's sake,
Cody, get out of Orlando. You need to be in Tampa. You understand? Get out of Orlando.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll get out of there.
No, I was talking about Cody Rhodes.
I just want him to be Cody Rhodes.
I am Cody Rhodes.
Just be Cody Rhodes. Don't be all the Codys. Just be you, Cody.
I don't know what Cody to be.
Only heard half.
I tell you right now, as many times as I've seen Cody on Twitter at the Universal Studios thing, and I'm just like, Cody, vacation's over. It's time to go. It's time to take care of Cena now.
Somebody needs to, because this is not the Cena heel turn we thought it was going to be. I mean, Cody and I talked about this extensively. Liz, you and I have mentioned it before on air. Like,
I was talking about myself, you know.
But you and I on Guilty and Guilt Free. I mean, we said outright The Rock is guilty for ruining WrestleMania. So I mean, that's the goddamn truth. Okay? He should have been there in the match, in the main event, or at least explained on the build why he had seen a turn.
You know, another thing, The Rock is the one that came out and announced that New Orleans was getting WrestleMania, and now they're not.
Yeah. So, and for that to happen, I mean, like I said, it wasn't just like WWE announced. Like, they came out on air on a TV show to say in New Orleans, we're coming back to New Orleans for Mania, and now it's canceled. That's
exactly
goosebumps. That's not good. That's bad. TKO needing or wanting more money than what they're getting. I mean, they're already charging an arm and a leg. They said they would not be charging less, just more, because they're doing even less house shows, which makes these TV shows and pay-per-views even more of a high demand, because now people aren't getting to go to the Saturday, Sunday shows if they don't go to Monday or Friday or a weekend show for pay-per-view. You're not going.
Yeah, because I was lucky they did a house show here May of last year. Yeah, they did a house show here May of last year that I got to go to.
Yeah, you deserve it, because you went ahead and paid into, you know, like, I need this ticket. I'm going to be here. And then, but then after that, you're like, oh, we have to pay how much for everything else going forward, it's not worth it.
Right.
And you're reasonable like I am. Like, I really wanted to go to SummerSlam, but I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna hold out for Evolution." Now they canceled Evolution in here, and they're moving it down there. Why? Just to mess with AEW? Like, that's petty, I
I
get
don't
it,
know.
but
See, the whole thing with
is that true?
Evolution is they haven't even announced it yet, so I
They
don't even know if
still
they're
are
even.
holding off on it. Yeah, like, what are they waiting on? They're gonna announce it a week before? Kinda what it feels like, because it's less than a month out, essentially,
Yeah,
right?
I know it's
Just
already.
about.
I mean, I'm just kind of like, I don't know if I'll go to that because
Excuse
it's
me,
like,
5 weeks, but you would at least have the chance that we don't now because,
yeah.
yet again, they
I
canceled in the
first of
Mohegan.
all, if I need to see how much tickets are because I'm pretty sure they're not going to be cheap.
They're not gonna be
So,
cheap, but I think they're cheaper than what pay-per-views are supposed to be normally. Like, that's what
well,
they said about Evolution. It was supposed to be less than a PLE, but more than a TV. So,
we shall see.
what the fuck ever that means. So what? TV's 200 and the pay-per-view's
The
400,
whole
so
thing is the whole
300?
thing. The whole issue is if it's going to be in Atlanta that weekend
Yeah,
or that
where,
whole
when,
the Atlanta. Let's see, Evolution's on the 12th, 13th, or whatever.
supposedly, yeah.
Okay. See, the thing is, the All-Star game, a baseball All-Star game, is also in Atlanta during that same time almost. So you're going to have all that wrestling, and then you're
Yeah.
going to have baseball. Oh God,
That's a mess. How are the Mets doing,
Try to
Cody? What do
try
we
the
got?
only issue I have
7-5
the only issue
for the
I have with all
Dodgers?
this is
Yeah.
I can't go
Is
to
it
both.
over?
No, it's the
They're
top
on
of
the
the 13th.
13th, right? Okay, so the
Yeah,
Mets
it's
still
been
have
an
a
extra
chance if
inning.
they come back now, but
Wait,
They've been
wait,
handed so
who
many opportunities, but they keep fucking.
I mean, that's insane that they're
Who
all the
are
way to the
Who are the
13th
Mets
inning.
playing?
The Dodgers, LA Dodgers,
Oh God,
who
2
are
teams I
31
can't
and
stand.
19, and he loves the Mets, 30 and 20. I'll root for the Mets over, the Yankees, or at least over the Red Sox, especially. But
Can they both lose?
I think the Dodgers need to lose here. I'm rooting for the Mets just for Cody's sake, but
Ugh, I can't root
But
for
the
either
Mets
one
like
of them.
to kill me. Kill my.
I can't root for either
afternoon.
one of them. Sorry, y'all.
and this is the first game of the series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would be nice for them to win this one in the bottom of the fucking 13th.
All
They
I
need to
gotta
tie
say,
it up with 2 runs right
all I
now,
will
so we'll
say
see
is
what happens.
I can't say anything about my team right now because the Braves are just I don't know.
The Braves are having a hard time. I have always been a transplant baseball fan. Like, I've watched occasionally. Like, I'll follow seasons just like to watch, but I've never been like a diehard fan of any team because Connecticut especially has no direct team. So it's been like, oh, do you like the Yankees or the Red Sox? That was pretty much how
Right.
you had to grow up with, and it's like neither because I'm not associated with either. And then we were supposed to get the Patriots. They were going to be the Hartford Patriots. And then the very last minute, their contract got bought out and they became the New
Well,
England Patriots.
the
But they were
Braves lost.
building the
I was
Hartford
like, I was checking
Stadium,
the Braves score. Never mind, they lost. I can't say anything.
right?
But I tell you one thing that's good for the Braves. Acuna is back, and the first pitch he saw tonight was a home run, and that was the
Fuck
only
off,
run they
Mets.
had the whole
That's all you
game.
needed. Just
Well, Mets lost.
it's out of there. Oh, damn it, Cody. Oh, I was hoping for you. I really was.
They had every
Maybe I
opportunity
should have
to
rooted for the
fuck them.
Dodgers because I think I'm bad luck. I think that's the problem here.
I think I'm
'cause-
bad luck
Well, no, because if I'm bad luck, then you're bad luck anyways because you're me and I'm
because
I'm you,
and,
right? Oh, fuck me.
yeah,
this
I'm
hurts.
everyone.
Jesus.
So it's technically my fault because if I'm everybody on the Mets and the Dodgers. So I could have,
Well, the Braves lost 2-1 tonight, so because the Braves closer gave up a home run, I was like, that's just great, wonderful. Oh God. But anyhow, I think Jake's muted.
What was the name of the game you
Yeah, I
just
think-
finished, Liz?
Huh?
What was the name of the game you just finished on Twitch?
The game I just finished on Twitch. I'm still playing the game, but
Oh,
I'm
okay,
technically finished.
Technically, you finished the story, but
Yeah,
But-
it was Trails Through Daybreak 2.
okay. because you had some great moments with that. Hopefully everybody goes over to follow you on Twitch. Please do so right now. We want to get Liz up as much as possible, so go ahead and give her a follow on Twitch because she deserves it. She's very entertaining over there. She plays a wide array of video games and all sorts of fun things. She's always got her chat just constantly going with wrestling talk and video game talk.
We got quite a few wrestling fans in the chat, so.
Exactly. So you guys can find it in the description box down below, of course. But you can find her, of course, at twitch.tv and it's /DJ Anime 2016. So you guys can go ahead and find that down below. Cody is at
definitely better than
316 on Instagram and Judgment Day Air on Twitter, right, my friend?
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed.
Hi, kitty kitty. Hi, kitty kitty.
I asked Grok about myself, and they said it looks like I'm paid by Liv Morgan to praise her. And they said I'm paid.
Isn't that great? Like, if only that would have been fun.
My Lord.
Mean, Liv,
like
if you're watching this,
Liv.
you could pay me. I will.
I honestly, like, people may not believe it, but it's funny because I know you talked to Liv Morgan on Instagram, and it's so funny that's pretty much what caused the drama between you and George, anyways, a bit of jealousy. But
yeah,
I think it's just hilarious that
she reposting my stories, and then
but she let you know ahead of time what movie, what thing. You're just keeping secrets, and it's okay. At least you're not revealing things. You're very loyal. You could have told everybody what movie she was going to be in, but you didn't. You kept it quiet.
I'm everybody. I could have used a different person to.
When she told you, you could have gone ahead. I think it was a test. She was like, "Hey, this is going to drop everybody's jaw. Here's what it is. I'll keep it quiet." Cody knows what's up.
You know what I should have done? I'm probably George, right? So I could have just made him look.
You could have just said it, right?
Bad, yeah, exactly. And I could have just said it as George.
Oh my God, my cat has turned into. He's got the zoomies going on tonight. So.
I don't blame him. It's late. It's 1 a.m. over here. We're gonna be live for Saturday night's main event.
No, isn't that a coincidence? So ever since she started reposting my stories and stuff, he started saying all this shit about me out of nowhere.
I told you, it's all a source of jealousy.
Once he knew that you were actually Cody's in here with
to Liv Morgan, he was
okay out of nowhere.
Then
it's into.
He
somewhere.
Was like what?
Into somewhere.
You watched one of his live streams where he's like, Cody's in here making all these fake accounts about my friend that committed, and then you were like, you didn't see an account in there saying stuff to him, right?
Exactly. You just saw somebody just bullshitting the entire time, right?
I'm like, you tried to, like, obviously it's a troll and you're gonna just say it's Cody, and then he didn't want to hear it from you.
Yeah, exactly.
That other girl,
he wanted
that other girl
said
that. Remember she said, what's your messenger, and she was gonna reach out to you?
Yeah, that never happened either.
And remember the proof they sent, and they blacked out every message?
Yeah, exactly. They just went ahead and deleted every bit of proof and said that was supposed to be what?
The determined. I'm like, we can get it traced by the police, and TikTok said they'll help with that, and he said, I don't want to.
We offered police interference or involvement.
Yes. Yep, and he said he doesn't want to entertain that.
No, because that's bullshit.
George said he's like, I don't want to entertain that.
But
I'm like,
what,
why?
Folks? Fuck George. That's what we always said, because we gave him a chance, and he didn't want to hear us out. You know what that means?
He didn't want to entertain it, but he was on TikTok Live shitting on me, saying I did all this. But what do you mean you don't want to entertain it? You only want to entertain it when you're going to make me look bad, not when it's going to make you look wrong.
Forever the drama rumor goes round. It's just that rumor mill forever continuing. But we're going to be live tomorrow. We're going to be live for Saturday night's main event. It's been a long day. It's been a long night. We were supposed to get out of here a long fucking time ago, but we've had fun. I thank Liz. I thank Cody for joining in and hanging out with us. And I thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Thanks to all of you being here. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you're hitting the bell so you're notified when we go live. I hope you all have a great night, and we'll see you into somewhere.
Good night.
violent domain. TNA clashes, bodies collide. WE storm, nowhere to hide. NX screams, battlegrounds call. A-dubs gamble, rise or fall. Rise or fall. The square circle, fate will unfold. Glory or ruin, stories retold.